All right, everybody, my name's Nick Dodson, and I'm the chair of the Sangamon Valley Group of the Sierra Club, Illinois. And I'm here with members of the Illinois Clean Jobs Coalition today to call on Ameren to do more to protect consumers and our power grid. As of June 1, Ameren customers will see a significant increase in the cost of their electricity supply charges, a 120% increase in supply price compared to this time last year. And as an Ameren customer, that makes me really angry. Many parties, including Ameren, have tried to blame this increase on the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, also known as CEJA, which was signed into law in September of last year. In fact, the real culprit here, it's the volatility of fossil fuel prices, the supply constraints on these commodities, and the inadequate transmission planning. We're here to demand that Ameren act swiftly to protect consumers while working with clean energy advocates to improve the resiliency of our electric system. The Climate and Equitable Jobs Act put Illinois in a much better place than many other states to face the market volatility and fossil fuel price spikes we're experiencing nationwide. We can and must work together to continue to improve grid resiliency while protecting consumers. I'm thrilled to introduce Taishiana Bankhead of the Faith Coalition for Common Good, who will share more about the burden of consumers and communities are facing amidst rising electricity prices.
Good morning. My name is Taishiana Bankhead, organizer with Faith Coalition for the Common Good. I'm here today because I am tired of seeing my community live in uncertainty and instability when it comes to power bills. Families who have to choose what to pay for next. Families have to choose whether they should pay for their doctor's bill, food on the table, rent, or their power bill. Communities in Central and Southern Illinois have suffered as a result of Ameren's bad faith actions for too long. Communities in Central and Southern Illinois are tired of paying more to power our homes and our businesses, and they are sick of Ameren resisting to clean energy resources that will offer reliable, affordable energy. Amidst rising energy costs, Illinois customers need real action from our utility to reduce costs. We can't afford for Ameren to keep pursuing the same misguided status quo that got us here today. Ameren must focus on relief for customers who will very well soon be confronted with the alarming high gas and electric bill.
Right.
Yep.
These are real people who will be affected by this real problem. They want solutions. We want solutions. There are actions that Ameren must take today. They must take now to better the support of customers in our power grid.
Yeah!
I'm Taishiana Bankhead from the Faith Coalition for Common Good. Thank you so much for grounding us in the real impact of these price hikes that they're having on consumers and communities. Next, we're going to be joined by my close friend Scott Allen of the Citizens Utility Board, who will share more about what Ameren should do to support consumers during the crisis and what consumers can do to protect themselves this summer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Great. So, like Nick said, beginning today, Ameren customers are going to see a significant increase in the cost of their electricity. Supply prices are jumping by about 120%, and this is going to cost consumers, on average, around $50 per month on their bill. So why is this happening? There are two reasons for that. Fossil fuel prices and lack of planning, also as Nick mentioned. So this is why we, CUB, and most of the organizations here supported the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act. It's a solution to our energy problems because it emphasizes thoughtful planning and responsible transition away from expensive fossil fuels and toward clean, affordable energy. And Ameren isn't directly responsible for the spike in the supply price, And they're not going to see higher profits from that increase, but they do have a responsibility to their customers to mitigate the impacts. In a joint committee hearing in the Illinois State House last week, Ameren pledged shareholder funds in cooperation with advocates and regulators to figure out how to alleviate the worst effects of this unprecedented price increase. At the Citizens Utility Board, we're eager to hear what Ameren proposes to help its customers. And we'll work with all parties to make this summer more affordable for people in central and southern Illinois. We need to focus on short-term relief for customers who face alarmingly high energy bills. Customers on fixed incomes were already struggling with overwhelming utility burden, and now we fear that they may put their health in jeopardy. So remember that energy efficiency means taking actions to reduce your energy costs, but always keeping your home safe and cool is the most important thing. CUB encourages consumers to call Ameren and make sure they're enrolled in all of the energy efficiency and financial assistance programs that are available to them. And please, for anybody listening, pay attention to the people who will come around and try to sell you electricity supply. They're going to take advantage of people in these really hard times. Check on your neighbors and visit the Citizens Utility Board. Feel free to call us if you have any complaints about your utility or if you need any help or want to know what programs are available to you. And urge Ameren, call Ameren, ask them to hold them accountable for what they said that they would do at those hearings last week. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce another close friend, Alan Axelrod, a community organizer local to Champaign, Illinois. Alan has been involved in the No Ameren Shutoffs campaign over the last several years and is here today to comment on Ameren's continued failure to put its customers first.
Woo! Thank you.
Introduction, Nick. So my name is Alan Max Axelrod. As stated, I'm the campaign lead of a coalition called No Ameren Shutoffs. We were founded in July of 2020. We have 53 member organizations. We've won 5 statewide moratoria on utility shutoffs and $195 million in utility assistance to help keep people's lights and power on during this pandemic.
Yes! Thank you!
Ameren had a choice. They had a choice to prioritize our residents over their profits. Each and every time during this pandemic, they chose profits first. And we had to stop them each leg of the way. They have been opting out not only from the carbon mitigation credit, which would have saved consumers about $18 a month on their bills, as we're about to see this rate increase, but they had shut people off right before Cori Bush's primary election in 2020 in Missouri while we kept the power on in Illinois. The thing about this company is that even when we stop them from utility shutoffs, their profits per share met the same profits per share pre-pandemic or exceeded it every financial quarter of this pandemic through today. So
nationalize them.
Because fuel is higher in price, that they must pass that rate on to the consumer. Just like they lied about the weather in the fall of 2020 when they yielded to our demands for a 4th utility shutoff, that is a lie as well. They have more than enough profit to prioritize our residents over their profits, and they're not doing so. One of the most pernicious things to understand about our current circumstance is that yes, they are going to be increasing our rates in June. At the end of July, the Utility Disconnection Avoidance Program 2, that is $80 million of the $195 million won by the No Ameren Shutoffs campaign, ends. So they're going to increase the rates, say that for a month or two there was no big deal, and then suddenly things are going to get bad again. That is why we must keep pressure on this corporation, not only to prioritize our residents first when it comes to their safety, but to educate residents when it comes to how they can take matters into their own hands to increase efficiency and environmental friendliness. This is something that they have all but abandoned. So please, as we go forward, get in contact with us about how we can project power together to make sure that the power comes from the people and not the corporate boards of Ameren.
People over profit!
Thank you, Alan Axelrod from No Ameren Shutoffs. We're going to do a little chant just for fun. No more corporate greed. Renewables are what we need. No more corporate greed.
Renewables are what we need.
No more corporate greed. Renewables are what we need. No more corporate greed. Renewables are what we need. All right. You may recall back in 2021 that the Illinois Clean Jobs Coalition rallying cry, when we were working to pass the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, was "Seha can't wait." Prices continue to increase, and the burdened consumers, while Ameren has shown steady and record profits since the beginning of the pandemic. The transition away from uneconomic coal plants and volatile fossil fuels toward clean, reliable energy still cannot wait. Illinois passed SEHA in 2021 to put us on a path to independence from fossil fuels by building 100% of the power supply Illinois will need right here in Illinois. SEHA will build out our clean energy resources while providing Illinoisans with good-paying jobs. In addition, SEHA sets up Illinois with a funded, long-term plan to make us resilient to the spikes in fossil fuel prices we're currently facing nationwide. We cannot slow down now, lest we risk losing the progress we've made toward these critical goals. Amidst the current cost crisis, Ameren policymakers and consumers should turn the key aspects of SEHA for answers to both generating enough power to meet even heavy summer demand for electricity, while also delivering that power at a reasonable cost to consumers and small businesses.
That's right.
First, we're calling on Ameren to educate their customers on the ways that SEHA can empower consumers to lower their own energy costs. For example, consumers can take advantage of their energy efficiency incentives to get paid to reduce their energy usage. Consumers and small businesses that can afford the investment can also install solar panels on the roofs to beat high energy bills. Programs like peak time rewards are available so that consumers can get paid to reduce their electricity usage when the demand is highest. Second, but also extremely important, is that Ameren and MISO must accelerate the clean energy projects that have been made possible because of SEHA. There are more than 6,000 megawatts of solar projects ready and waiting to be built in central and southern Illinois as a result of SEHA and other clean energy legislation. More than enough to address the region's energy needs, even on hot sunny days. These projects need to be approved quickly so that they can come online this summer, this fall, or next spring. It's time grid operators, utilities like Ameren, and fossil fuel boardrooms and shareholders get out of the way and let clean energy thrive in Illinois.
Yes! Yes!
All right. We're going to do just a few more chants here, just for fun. It's nice out. We're not going to be much longer here, y'all. I really appreciate the hell out of everybody that came here today. Every single one of you. I think I know almost everybody. Almost. But who I don't know, I will be introducing myself to. Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Fossil fuels have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Fossil fuels have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Fossil fuels have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Fossil fuels have got to go! All right, I found another chant last night when I was looking online. It was like 11 o'clock at night. This is one I've never seen before, so I'm just going to do it. And if y'all don't like it, that's okay. But I like it, so I'm sharing it. So maybe you all will too. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the
People don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what? Yeah. Awesome. Hell yeah.